There was a time when Sega was one of the genuine competitors for Nintendo in the console market. While Sega is still around to this day, Nintendo is the one that won the console war on the mere fact that they survived. The only thing that they're catching up with Sega is their movie adaptations. And now, I think we're witnessing the slow but definitive death of Xbox, not just as a console, but as a brand. After directly competing against PlayStation for 3 generations, PlayStation is the one that wins. They have won since they made How to Share Your Games on PS4 ad, and there's no one to blame but Microsoft themselves, especially when they're asking for a 30% profit margin when they could only realistically achieve 10 to 12%, and it's higher than the industry standard of 17 to 22%. Meanwhile, Sony took losses selling the PlayStation 5 and recouping the losses through other means, and you wonder why they're dominating the console market now. And to put a nail in the coffin, Halo Campaign Evolved, the upcoming remake of the first game, is going to be released on PlayStation. No, I'm not kidding, the world isn't ending, although it is for Xbox fans. We have a Halo game on the PlayStation. This was once thought impossible during the Xbox 360 era, back when Master Chief dominated the gaming discourse, and yet, here we are. Some people reacted in a very funny way, like Master Chief seeing Cortana closing in on Kratos. I'm just disappointed that PlayStation and Nintendo are the only genuine console competitors in this market that give a damn about selling their consoles to people. And they're not even directly competing against one another. They're just serving their own market at that point. I guess that's good enough for the game industry right now. Serve your own market and survive. No sense of competition, we just want to get enough dollars to pay the bills. Heck, in Microsoft's case, they are losing it. Their competition is TikTok? That's just sad, but that's modern gaming for you. Say what you want about the Xbox, at least it doesn't dominate the console gaming market the same way Windows dominates the operating system market. Microsoft just keeps giving more reasons to move away from their operating system. AI is now built in. Every Windows 11 PC is now an AI PC, with Copilot at the center of it all. Speaking as someone who does regularly use Copilot, please do everyone a favor and shut up, Microsoft. First off, not every Windows PC is an AI PC because not every PC or laptop is equipped with neural processing units or NPUs. They are required to do AI-related tasks. Copilot is only available if you have access to the internet because most of the AI computation is done online rather than offline. So yes, technically Windows 11 PCs are AI PCs because they have access to Copilot, but that's like saying every PC is a Facebook PC. Second, not every PC on the planet is compatible with Windows 11 based on Microsoft's own arbitrary requirements of TPM 2.0 and modern CPUs. Out of the 1.4 billion Windows devices around the world, there are roughly 1.05 or 1.12 billion devices that meet the minimum specs. That's about 75 to 80% PCs that are compatible and leaving 20 to 25% of PCs to be obsolete or requiring hacks to get through, like my HP T620 mini PC that I installed Linux on because Windows 11 on old PCs do not mix well. Third, even if there are 1.4 billion compatible PCs, there are only about 31 to 35% adoption from older Windows to Windows 11, and most of them still stuck on Windows 10, which is no longer supported on the general channel, and that's gonna push most people to go to 11 or Linux because that's the only kernel that cares about old systems that can barely run anything nowadays, even if it's still a niche product. To put it simply, AI is not a selling point for your operating system, Microsoft. You know what is a selling point? Privacy, which is not something that your operating system is particularly good at. I highly recommend checking out tools like Chris Titus Tech's utility and making sure that your privacy is secure and your Windows 11 is less bloated. Otherwise, uninstall Windows and embrace that Linux life. Speaking of AI, we have plenty of AI hooplas to go through and they are just as dumb. Can we stop hyping up technologies before they are mature enough to be presented? This person thinks that AI games are going to be amazing. Well, going to be is probably correct because going to be is not now. You can clearly see the problem with AI games just by looking at the footage. There is absolutely zero coherence whatsoever. All that AI can do is to throw whatever ideas that look good on paper and generate the world with absolutely zero coherence and structure. Without a structure, the whole thing seems like a bad fever dream. It's wonderful seeing advancements of technology, but it is horrifying to see how those advancements are being used in the wrong hands. I genuinely believe that handing over people the power of AI is like handing over bags of cash. Oh sure, some of them are going to use it for something profitable, like investments or business capital, or something good, like donations to charity. But others are just going to use it to buy the latest designer clothes, or a cyber truck. That last hoopla was about AI games. This next hoopla is about AI being used in games, or game-related media. The Mortal Kombat fans are incredibly disappointed with the official MK art book that are filled with, oh god, horrific AI monstrosities of Mortal Kombat characters that were low resolution at the time, but poorly upscaled using AI. The thing is, I do use AI upscaling using a program called Chainer. I'm not a good artist, YouTube isn't my primary job, and I don't have a lot of time to redraw art, but whoever oversees publishing the official Mortal Kombat art book clearly has the budget and the time to hire someone to draw art, right? The same can be said to the Plants vs. Zombies Replanted, the classic retro Plants vs. Zombies game that is remastered in HD. But I don't see why you want to get this version in the game when it's way more expensive and they're using AI upscaling to upscale the assets instead of redrawing the assets themselves. Again, I'm just one guy. I'm not a good artist, and I don't have the resources and time for drawing, but EA, the publisher of this game, with the funding of Saudi Arabia, and they're cutting costs with AI upscaling. Please. Thankfully, this next gaming hoopla has nothing to do with AI, it just has everything to do with everyone involved being absolute doofuses. This was quite a throwback. Razer got into a lot of trouble with a controversial ad. I remember back when Razer got into a lot of trouble for their S-My-D promo, and now they got into trouble for their shorts promo, where a guy turns on the noise cancellation feature on their Razer headset to shut up an annoying chatterbox of a woman. This ad is dumb, but not because of the misogyny or the alienation of the female audiences as some outlets get upset by. It's dumb because no woman in their right mind would let their guys listen to their yapping while they still wear their headsets. The person in charge of the Razer marketing never had a woman yapping right next to them, or probably a woman period. Those yapping women will not let you wear your headsets while they're still yapping. They will yank it off and let your ears suffer with their verbal shower. Whoever oversees the marketing of this campaign clearly should get laid. Plenty of outlets also bring up the tired old arguments of how there are half of gamers who are women, according to statistics, and this ad alienates those people. I talk about that all the time at this point, but let's assume that that is true for every genre of game. Clearly, this woman is not on the gamer half because she doesn't understand that her guy's playing games and hearing the gaming noises through the headsets. But even a toddler knows that you cannot hear anything if you cover your ears, so why does the woman continue yapping even though the guy still wears his headset with noise cancellation on? In short, this ad is dumb, Razer is dumb, the outlets getting outraged by this ad are dumb, and I'm getting dumber talking about this. But hey, kudos for Razer for knowing how to market their product with basically zero budget, because literally anyone can make this ad. So maybe make a gender bend version of this ad next time and see how people would react. And that's all for the video today. Here's a cat. Huge thanks to all the wonderful sponsors this week. You're all fantastic. Don't forget to check out my previous videos here. Click the like button, comment, subscribe, join the YouTube membership, leave some tips, just $1 down below, and thanks for watching.